Hello everyone, welcome to The Smart Student. My name is Chelsea Seburn and this is the first video, so I'm going to take this time and do some introductions. Now, what is a smart student, might you wonder? Once upon a time, there was a student, we'll call her struggling, and she wanted to get a college degree, but there was just one problem. College kind of sucks. I mean, you work so hard in your classes for years and years with no instant gratification, no pay. It's nothing but writing paper after paper, reading textbook after textbook. You have to say no to your social life and probably your work life too, because you can't do it all at once. Are you crazy? You cannot have a work life, a social life, and be good at school at the same time. Absolutely not. But anyways, back to struggling. She wanted a bachelor's degree, something cool like business. So she enrolled in a 4-year program. Now, it didn't take her long to realize that she hated writing assignments because they took so long and she couldn't ever seem to score an A. Struggling also despised studying the textbook because she wouldn't remember most of what she was reading anyways. And so struggling felt like she was sitting at the bottom of a mountain, having no idea how she was going to make it over this thing and get her bachelor's degree. So one day, she threw her hands up and said, there has to be an easier way. This shouldn't be so hard. Fast forward 3 years later, and guess what? Struggling was graduating. In 3 years' time, she was graduating with her 4-year bachelor's degree and a 2-year master's degree on top of it. What? 6 years of schooling completed in 3? Now that's a scam. Nope. Turns out it wasn't. You see, when struggling asked herself that very important question that one day, how can I make this easier? She did indeed find a way to make this easier. And by doing so, she transformed from the struggling student to the smart student. The smart student is a resourceful, efficient, and effective worker, making them a smart working student, not a hard-working, struggling student. The smart student knows how to write fast, high-scoring papers because they have a system that works on every topic. They know how to optimize their course material so they don't spend hours and hours trying to cram in a textbook. They don't waste their time trying to memorize hundreds of vocabulary words because they're actually learning what they're studying. The smart student, are you ready for this? Actually enjoys learning because they've found the ways that work best for them. And lastly, the smart student doesn't hate their life while they're in school because they're able to balance a life that's important and enjoyable to them. If you haven't guessed it already, I was a struggling student in this story. I vividly remember what it was like to want to get just one degree, but thinking it was going to take me so much time and money that I kept putting it off. I almost didn't go back to school altogether, but finally at the age of 23, I decided to bite the bullet and go for it. And to my surprise, somehow I managed to graduate with both degrees by the age of 26. Now, I'm not saying that to brag. I'm saying that to encourage you because I'm not an exception to any rules in terms of I don't have a photographic memory. I'm not overly book smart. I wasn't fantastic in high school and loaded up on a bunch of AP classes. Matter of fact, I hardly passed my second half of high school because I had already started working full-time by the age of 16. Getting a college degree was so far from my mind that I took a few classes at a community college and then quickly dropped out after. I literally packed up all my stuff and moved from a small town in the Midwest all the way out to the coast of California, where I continued to keep working because I had no idea how I was going to cram in class time on top of my work life. It wasn't until I found an online self-paced program where I could take classes and continue to work. My program had very little interaction with the professor, which meant that I had to become my own teacher. And by doing so, I learned so much. I learned so much about the degrees I was studying, but more so, I learned so much about what it meant to be an effective, efficient, and resourceful student. And that brings me to the smart student. I'm here to pass the torch to any struggling student out there. Now, do I know everything? Absolutely not. But I do know that college doesn't have to take half a decade. It doesn't have to be this stressful, all-consuming, anxiety-producing time in your life. Now, I'm not sure when you'll be watching this video, but if you're watching this and you are a struggling student, first, feel free to introduce yourself in the comment section below. But most importantly, tell me, what is your biggest struggle in your courses? If you could improve one thing that would make your college experience easier, what would that be? Do you want to learn how to write fast papers? Do you need help writing research papers or thesis statements? Do you want to learn how to study for your final without spending hours in your textbook? Do you need help with procrastination or time management skills? Do you need help learning how to focus for longer periods of time? Or how to get the most out of your time by learning how to actually remember and learn what you're reading? Right now, we're in the middle of COVID-19, so I know a lot of campus students are now taking classes online. If that's the case, do you need help learning how to complete your coursework when you're stressed and under pressure? Or do you just need help learning how to do your homework when you're at home and there's all these distractions around you? Ask yourself some of these questions, and then in the comment section below, I have something I'd like you to do. So I'd like you to fill in the blank for this statement. My college experience would be so much easier if I learned how to blank. Fill that in, drop it in the comment section, because my goal with the Smart Student is to bring you these answers. Like I said, my name is Chelsea Seburn and I'm here to help turn the struggling student into the smart student. And by smart, I don't mean book smart, I mean smart working. I want to help you crush your college experience and live your life while you're doing it. I'm excited. Are you excited? If you're excited, make sure to give this video a big thumbs up, and of course, subscribe for more videos like this and become a part of the community. If you do subscribe, don't forget to hit the little bell notification so you'll get notified every time I post a new video. Again, welcome to the Smart Student, guys. I'm so excited you are here. Have a wonderful day.